Hi family, it's your girl Jeanette. Happy Friday. I'm here in a place that holds a lot of significance for me. This is a theater on the campus of Alabama A&M University where I was a telecommunications major. And this is the place that we would come, dream about different productions and what we wanted to be a part of. Would we be in television or stage plays? And we came, we dreamt up concepts for shows, and then we put them on. So this place has a lot of fond memories for me, because I remember being bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, little 20-year-old, just wondering how was I going to make my mark on the world. And for over 20-something years I did as a television journalist. And now I'm having a new dream that's evolving. It requires me to reposition myself and reinvent myself. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, is reinvention, repositioning, and dreams and seasons. It's really important that we focus on our purpose-aimed, passion-fueled goals. And those things can change in a season. And don't be alarmed, because dreams will illuminate your calling, but you might find out that how you walk them out is vastly different from season to season. For instance, remember Oprah Winfrey just finished her 25-year run of her show. She's always been a great communicator, we know this, always been very influential, and those skills and talents and things, earned her own syndicated show. Well, after doing that for 25 years, even Oprah Winfrey said, you know what, I've done all that I can do in this vehicle, and now it's time for me to do something outside of hosting a television show. So she has shared that for the next season of her life, she wants to focus on producing content that, on her network OWN, right? Great name, OWN. Same woman, still fulfilling her dream to serve people by giving them the tools that they need to live their best lives, but she's just going to be doing it through a different role, in a different position, on a different platform. So you see how in one point in time your tools, your gifts, your talents may take you in one direction, and then in the next season you may use those very same skills and those very same talents and that passion just redirected. So it's sometimes scary to step out, because making change is never as difficult as accepting change. But we are in a season now where I want to embrace change as something for good. And it can be if you will not fight it. If you've been forced into a situation where you've been downsized, or you've been laid off of a job, it's not over. All you have to remember is that everything you need is in that toolbox of yours. Go back through there, take inventory, remind yourself what you're made of. Remind yourself of all the things that you're good at, all the things that people just, always give you accolades for, things that you probably take for granted. Write all those things down. Remind yourself of all the skills and tools and attributes that you have, and then get ready to repurpose yourself in a different direction. Before you head on this journey that we're going to take together about realizing your dream for this season, I want you to remember a few things. We're going to prepare our soil, so to speak, okay? So we're not going to focus on success or failure necessarily. We're just going to focus on fully being engaged in the process. Don't worry about success or failure. Just concentrate on being fully engaged in the process. And then secondly, we're not going to judge ourselves in the process. Too many times we choke out getting any traction on our dreams because we condemn them before we even try them. Don't let others do that either. That's part of protecting that seed. Don't judge it. Just walk out the process. Later you'll have time to analyze, go back, reflect, and see if you need to make any changes. But right up front, don't kill your dream. Then we need to remember that we're not going to be ruled by fear. Okay? You never make decisions based on fear. Now, to analyze and intellectually look at something and say, have I considered all sides and sources? Have I contemplated all the variables? That's okay. But to live in fear, I'm doing this because I'm afraid that. No, you do something because you have faith for it. That's the way you get ahead. If you have a struggle with fear, I'll be dealing with that in other future videos. But right now I'm telling you, start working on moving by faith, not by fear. And then lastly, believe in ourselves. That's key, because if you don't believe in it, if you can't wrap your mind around that dream, if you can't see yourself in that position, if you can't see yourself doing it, it's going to be really hard, near impossible for you to ever achieve it, because deep down inside, you're just digging up your seed, stomping on it, shredding it to pieces. It's not going to produce any fruit for you. Remember my personal mantra as we move forward? Feel free to adopt it if you have to tell yourself this many times every day. Dream it, believe it, do it. I'll see you next time. Have a great weekend.